Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and today I'm going to make some jewelry for me and jewelry for one of my dolls. So this is actually a little bit of a collaboration. I'm going to join in with my sister and Dolls Rescued. They have been having these little competitions back and forth. Now, I'm not going to join in on the competition, but I thought I would join in on their collaboration. And I'm going to use this doll, and the theme is Cruella. Yes, as in 101 Dalmatians. Now, as many of you know, I make jewelry, and I for sure am going to make a piece of jewelry for me and for my little doll here. But I'm hoping to also sew something. Yeah, as in on the sewing machine, and it's not a face mask. It's going to be a little dress. But hopefully I will do that. I do want to show you the fabric I have picked out, and then we'll get to creating on the jewelry here. So my thought is I have this little houndstooth piece of fabric. It's just a remnant that I had. I thought this would make a neat skirt, and then the top would be red. So you're looking at this, okay? I already have it cut out, so I'm sort of committed. Well, let me just put these here, and then we're going to match with the beads here. And I've got beads for me and beads for the doll. Sorry for all that rattling. But isn't this pretty cool? I like the grays and the blacks in there. And then I thought this would really look good with the red and the black, to use the turquoise, and I have some more of these agates here. And of course I'm going to bring out a little bit of the white for the Dalmatians. Well, the first thing I want to do is kind of separate them out. So I got all the bigger beads. That's going to be for the me necklace, the big girl necklace. And then I separated all the little beads for the doll necklace, and we're going to just set both of these aside because I first want to wire wrap this. So I have some black wire here, and I've shown how to do this a million times, but I'll show briefly again. I've got lots of videos on how to do this, but I just basically crisscross it, and whoa, let me go retrieve that bead. Moral of that story is to make sure you keep your beads out of the way. Okay, so anyway, you twist your wire, and it does not have to be neat, just twist it so you have one instead of two strands. Okay, and once you get it twisted all the way up, we're going to do a messy wrap. And either use round nose pliers, or I like to use these things, and I think I'm going to use the smaller end on this, and you just wrap it around. Kind of messily here. And then when you get to the end, I just usually try to use these up. Sometimes, like right now, I'll just go ahead and clip those off. And tuck them in so they won't scratch the person wearing it. All right, there it is. So the next thing I want to do is kind of lay out my beads. You can either use a bead board or a cloth like I have, so your beads don't roll all over the place. And I kind of just envisioned this to be part of the focal along with the little triangle here. And then I'd probably put a white bead on each side, like so. And then just continue on like this. Something like that. I actually really like that. It's going to be pretty simple. I had one of these left, so we won't be using that. And I'm going to go ahead and string this up, and I'll probably just finish it up with some chain and a simple clasp. Yes, I like the way this is turning out. So I've got it all finished. It is about 20 inches long. I love the way this turned out. And look at the clasp. I decided to do a little bit more than just a little simple clasp. You know, Cruella Devil, she probably wears some pretty chunky stuff. So look at that. And here's what it looks like on. Doesn't really look too good with the shirt I have on, but it gives you an idea of the length. Now to attack the necklace for my Blythe doll. So I'm going to use the last necklace I made for one of these dolls as a model. I do have a video on me making this necklace to go with this dress. And refresh your memory a little bit here. I love the way that this is going to look with this. So this is the length. Sort of what I had in mind is to put this in the middle. And okay, we have 6 of these beads. So maybe to put some white beads, just very simple. Oops, put these, let's see, whoops, how long it's going to be. Oh wait, I noticed the holes are not this way, they're actually this way, which actually, I'm going to like that a lot better. So, let's try to do this again. That's going to look sharp. And that looks more Cruella Devil-ish, if you ask me. Okay, so then on this side, basically it's going to be the same. Let's see if that's going to be long enough for this necklace. I really hope it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. Look at that. That is perfection. Let me string it up. I think the necklace turned out really nice. And I've tried it on, and it's going to work. So we have the necklace for big person, me, or whoever. Necklace for the doll. And we have, let's see, let's do this. Basically, you're going to have your top and your bottom. I think that's going to really pop. All right, so I have the skirt cut out. I have the top cut out. Keep your fingers crossed this comes out okay. All right, so it's day 2, and yesterday I made a dress. By the way, I know I said I was going to use a different doll, but I failed to realize I'm actually going to use that other doll with the black hair in a collab that's coming up pretty soon. And I haven't used Coco here for a while, so Coco got to be the one to model for this collaboration. So there were a few issues I had, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But let me just show you. I'm not going to show you the back, and I'll tell you why here when I explain the problems I had. But I also made her this little pole. Remember, I had one of those beads left over, so I just wired it to some turquoise howlite, put a little paw on there for a little doggy, added a red bead, and so we have a fun little pole. Here's her cute little necklace. And then I just tied a little silver ribbon. She's got some white shoes on, but she is ready to go. Here's a little reminder of the necklace that I made for the big person. And okay, let me tell you, I had some issues with this dress. So I went ahead, I cut it out, sewed it all up, and it was just not coming together very well. And come to find out, Sometimes free patterns are not really all that great, which is very frustrating for those of us who are not sewers. But this is the pattern, you're supposed to sew a little bit under the armpit here area and some other areas, but this needed to actually bend, this whole thing needed to be bigger. So basically, I added 1/4 of an inch all the way around and then cut that. See the difference here? This was way too small. This fits her perfectly. But when I cut out the skirt part of it, I failed to realize or think I needed to cut the bottom part big too, like I did this. So with this dress that I made, lay her down here. This part was the bigger part of the pattern. This part was the smaller part. So they didn't really fit. And I was to a point I just didn't want to go on. So I wanted to complete this thing. And anyway, I went ahead and used things that didn't match. But I made it work. And I did tie her up because I don't know. I said I wasn't going to show you the back, but I will. Let me turn her over. See how it's not fitting her properly. But this is a prototype dress, so the next time I make this, I have the accurate pattern. And this was actually very much of a learning process, but I did it, and I'm looking forward to making another one. So that is my part of the collaboration for the Cruella collab with Dolls Rescued and Peacecraft Dolls. Hope you go check out them and vote who you think is the best between those two. And also go check out some of the others of us that are in this collab. I'll leave the hashtag down here because I can't really remember what it was. But I really enjoyed making jewelry for a big person and jewelry for a doll. I think it's a lot of fun to do. Techniques are the same. Let me know what you think. I hope you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for some more jewelry making tips and unboxings. Mostly though, I hope y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette and Coco signing out for now. Bye-bye.